You're listening to the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. How we doing? How we doing? You got Asia Wilson, 6-year contract. Nike sealed the deal. That's right. Asia Wilson picks up a 6-year contract from Nike, seals the deal. I'm going to get into it today, and that's an outstanding achievement by Asia Wilson as Nike has went ahead and moved forward and has put on the table a 6-year contract extension for Asia Wilson. And when you look at it and in the spirit of what does it do for the WNBA, the players of the WNBA, it opens the door. The door is being opened and it's been open for Asia Wilson. And this has been a journey for Asia Wilson. As you look back at what has she done, what has she accomplished in her career, that Nike saw tremendous value in Asia Wilson, and it's something that really it hasn't happened overnight. And when you get into what, of course, is Nike looking at doing with Asia Wilson and where's the future? Nike's saying that Asia culture, community, economy, it's a good fit in the relationship between Asia Wilson and Nike, and it's rightfully so. I mean, she's sitting there as winning the third MVP, no doubt about that. Also winning the WNBA championship going back to back. Okay, so you're really talking about a special individual that has done nothing but hard work and dedication. And it was a real special tribute to look at it from a young player coming out of South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, and just taking major steps. Understanding that South Carolina, she has a statute, a tribute. You talk about her tribute to her father, uh, Roscoe Wilson. Put a lot of the game of basketball into her, believed into her in a father daughter relationship, and that's carried on. Tremendous gift, spirit. And when you really look back and you get to know the person of who Asia Wilson is, and as her father Roscoe explained to her, this is something bigger. And he told her in 2016, he said, this is going to be a journey. And the journey for Asia Wilson has continued to where Nike has solidified a 6-year contract that's opened the door for the players in the WNBA. And when you really look at it, what was it like? The special relationship between Asia Wilson and Becky Hammond, that's priceless. That's priceless. The two of them, what they were able to accomplish in a small building, and I do say small, in Las Vegas, but they were willing to sacrifice to know that we've got a job to do. And Asia knew that no one could press her as much as Becky could. And Becky never took her foot off the gas. She knew what Asia Wilson had inside, and she continued to push her. And it really, you look at the journey from 216 until now, and now you have the 6-year contract. And for her father, Roscoe Wilson, who played, was a very good basketball player, but understood that his daughter, there was greatness. And it was interesting in 216 because Asia Wilson talked about, my dad still knew I would never be an NFL quarterback, but it didn't matter. He taught me how to throw a football, taught me how to catch a football. There's some things in life that have been grounded and rooted and is enable Asia Wilson to step into the arena she's in today. And Nike said, "Hey, we're going all in. We're going to take the step with you." And Asia Wilson, you when you get to know who she is, she's a protector. She is one that is willing to give her all. She understand the battle, and everyone's heard comments, privilege, different things that have been coming out. Well, yes, she's had an opportunity. And when I speak about Clutch Sports and I really speak about Jada Lee English, I mean, this is opening the door for WNBA players that you can walk through the door. You can also have the ability to be yourself, to understand you have a culture, you have a community, and you can build an economy. And this is an open door that Nike says we're willing to go out another 6 years. And when you look at Asia Wilson and you look at her accomplishment, I've never looked, and I always browse Wikipedia, but when I went down and I started looking at career highlights and her awards here on the right hand side, I mean the bio is so long of what Asia Wilson has accomplished. So the journey from coming in as a rookie in 2018 and coming in now to being the MVP, three-time MVP, back-to-back champion, you really have to look at it from all the hard work and dedication that went into Asia Wilson and what it meant to her father and what it meant to her parents as a tribute to be an athlete that can actually reach this level and height from Columbia, South Carolina, and have actually received and earned it. This is an earning. You're talking about a statute that's right there in South Carolina. You're looking at sustainability, and Nike has seen the sustainability of Asia Wilson, and their belief is for the next 7 years that we're going to open doors around the globe. And Angel Reese is also going to be involved, but you got Asia Wilson who's standing at the top of the mountain, and there's nobody else standing there with her. Her accomplishments are cannot be matched by anyone in the WNBA, and she has earned the right to receive the contract from Nike. And this can move in a direction where Nike now has the ability to let expression be made, but made within a context and a content that will grow the women's game in the WNBA. And that is a signature contract. There's a new shoe coming out that's going to come out in right before the season of the WNBA season. But Asia Wilson has opened the door for WNBA players to walk through. It's an amazing accomplishment. And for the college players, the door is open, and Nike can do things that never have been done before. And that is because of the sustainability of Asia Wilson. Not 1 year, not 2 year, not 3 years. For 7 straight years, she has given her life to the game of women's basketball, and it shows in her ability, it shows in the culture, it shows in the community, it shows what she has meant to the game of women's basketball. And this, when you look at it, not from a standpoint of a generational talent, Asia Wilson is a lifetime talent. The strength and conditioning, the ability that she has, and the strength and conditioning that Don Staley placed into her athletes at South Carolina has carried today, and this is the most well-conditioned athlete in the WNBA. But her mark and what her goal and as her teammates is plumb. But you look at it and what her impact has been each and every year. She has earned her position. She has dedicated herself to the game, and she has followed through, as her father, Roscoe, had told her it will be a journey. And now the journey, Nike's supporting 6 more years of the journey. And it's well earned from Asia Wilson. As I look through and I look back and what accomplishments she's had, no one from all the way, as she mentioned, as I started this game in the 7th grade, and she grabbed a hold of it and it wasn't going to let go. She even talked about sweat, how she didn't like germs and sweat, but she got over it to be able to be the Asia Wilson she is today. A reward and a monument that's giving that no one else can stand and say for the last 7 years, they have matched the production of Asia Wilson. And when you look forward to the next 7 years, there's no one standing there that can say they can match that production. Records are made to be broken, but some of the records are out there so far they can never be achieved. And that was really always something that she took liberty and pride in to say, I will do my best each and every night on the court. And it's come to pass, and it's come as Roscoe had predicted, but A'ja Wilson has earned it, and there's no doubt about it. 6 years from Nike, she's done the hard work. 3-time MVP, back-to-back WNBA champion. No one puts it down better than A'ja Wilson. She's got her own style. She's got her own way, the way she says it, the way she talks it. But Nike says, we're going to go with you, and we're going to do it for the next 6 years. It's been earned. That's right. It's been earned. A'ja Wilson has earned everything that she has received. The records speak for themselves, and there was a special relationship that was between her and her father, Roscoe, as he told her, get ready. This one's going to be a journey, and it's going to be a long one. So he prepared her. He put it in her parents. God has delivered A'ja Wilson, and the door is now open. And, of course, me, her, and Miss Becky Hammond, what a special relationship. You can't get between the two of them. You know, they both have their crazy ways, but they make each other laugh, and that's part of the deal. But the deal is to win the WNBA championship, which she's done. We'll see where it goes from here. But this is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast, and what are we telling you? Nike's all in 6 years. A'ja Wilson, all things are possible to those who believe. And guess what? Nike believes 6 more years, A'ja Wilson's sustainability will be at the top of her game. We'll see you soon.